The direction of college admissions is not a secret. It is becoming a nosedive. No sugarcoating it at all. This is a real legitimate concern. And as somebody who has worked in a college campus for over 10 years now, I can tell you that the reason for that, through the student perspective, of course, has become super clear. You know, we can talk about all the political stuff and all that. We'll talk about all of that, but at the end of the day, when you're somebody like myself who meets a new batch of students every single year, and when I go and I speak to high school students about colleges, it the reason that they don't want to go, they tell you. I often ask the question, I'm like, yo, who here feels that college is a scam? And what do I see? Hands up all the way down the row. And how can students not feel that way? Honestly, how can they not? When they're seeing, we're reaching that point now where some of the students, some of the students' parents did get college degrees. They do have college degrees, straight up. And excuse me, it becomes really clear for students to see that even with their parents having college degrees, sometimes their parents are complaining about their college loans. Or honestly, the biggest concern is affordability of everything. Parents can't afford college. They can't afford almost anything. So when these students come in and I'm talking to them about college, and I ask them, like, why don't they want to go? They say it's a scam. They know that college does not guarantee money. And as a millennial who grew up believing that, hey man, I went to college, I got my master's degree, and I thought I was about to be rolling in a Benz. I thought I was about to have solar panels on my crib, and I don't. I do not. And a lot of people that I went to college with feel the same. We just walked away with a lot of debt, right? But the other thing, and this is where I try to tell students about, is we also walked away with life-changing experiences. We also walked away with some of the highest level of personal development, human development. We walked away with the greatest friends of our lives, and we walked away with a community that is honestly educated, and that is super important. But now in the new world where we live, one of the biggest influences that these young people have are streamers. There's just no way around it. Streamers are bigger than rappers. They're getting up there with athletes. Streamers are literally the new Mount Rushmore of human influence for not just kids, but for everybody, but predominantly kids. And that brings us to the video today. We're going to be covering a streamer. His name is Agent. I'll probably put his picture here. Agent is one of the biggest streamers out there. He's been in the game for a long time, and he has not been shy about his opinion of college, his opinion about students going to college. And actually, he even prides himself by saying that his entire crew are college dropouts. So let's see. He had this interaction here with a young man. Let's check it out. I want to get your opinion on it. But let's see how this goes.
You can.
You got any motivation for Houston?
What do you study in school?
I took a year off from school. I mean, I'm 18. I just graduated 2 years ago. I took a year off. I'm trying to go back to school.
Hell yeah.
I go to John Jack. It's kind of
What are you studying?
I'm trying to study business.
Ooh, business is good.
You got anything?
Dropout.
Agent.
All right, so I want to go right back here. Look at his face. Agent's face right here. He knows. He knows what I know some of you are thinking in this video. That the thought of even telling a young person not to go to college is taboo. He knows he's slowing it down because he knows what he's about to say is unpopular. And I'm going to be real. It's hard to tell students I'm going to college anymore. I gotta be real. I have to be real. It's hard. But we just have to think about, like, when we are motivating our kids, when we're motivating our students to go to college, we have to really calculate why. And I think that is the fundamental conversation that needs to change. this younger generation, and it's not really their fault. It's a society. Of course, everything is a society issue. I really believe that. But the thing that motivates these younger generations, Gen Z, Gen Alpha that are coming up, is money. It's money. It's money. It's fame. It's status. That's what they want. Straight up. Money, fame, and status. And where are they getting that? They're not getting it from school. They're not. They're getting it from these streamers. They see these streamers living their lives in their bedrooms like this, right? And they make it seem, oh, I'm from home. I don't got to go outside. I don't really got to talk to people. I could just go online and talk to my friends. And I know for a lot of us, any older population that's watching this video, you may be thinking like, I could never do that. Like, that's so awkward. Hey, I have a hard time, bro, doing this, like being in my crib all day. But that's the native language of these young kids. That's their native language, being in their room, talking to their friends on Discord or playing video games. Like, this is their native language. So if they know that they can do their native language and get paid, why the hell wouldn't they want to do it? Honestly. But let's see how Agent continues this conversation.
Agent!
What you mean drop
Agent,
out?
don't say that, don't say that.
What you mean drop
You're
out?
studying business. Just drop out and start a business.
But I ain't gonna lie, I want to do content though. I don't know.
So then just do content.
Like I just sometimes it'd be like I don't know what to do anymore, bro.
That's the creative part. That's the part you just have to get. Just study as much as you can, bro. Like, you're not gonna figure it out
we can do 3 in the
blind.
front
You
and then
have
Mark
to
in
see
the
what's
front.
working for other people. What's, you know what I'm saying?
No in
Just
the
pay
front?
attention when you watch. You're gonna learn so much that way. Yeah, you got it, man.
Can you do
Yeah,
the
drop
mid?
out though.
Of course.
Studying business is very useless.
See you in the future.
All right, bro.
Dream, bro.
Oh,
up,
sorry.
man?
Get a
Okay. You know, this reminds me of a situation that I went through. Well, not a situation. When I was younger, when I was in college, actually, I used to work at Costco. And, you know, I would work there during the summer breaks and during the winter breaks. And I remember I had a manager once. I mean, I'm telling you, I used to work hard, bro. I was pushing them carts. I was working late. I used to get 40 hours a week, man. My coworkers used to be sick. They used to be so upset that, you know, when I would show up, the supervisors would give me 40 hours. I used to bust my ass. But I'll never forget, there was a supervisor one time, and he told me, he was like, "Oh, Keith, you know, I know you're in college. What are you studying?" And I said, "Oh, you know, I want to get into education. Like, that's my thing." He goes, "Okay, cool. Like, you know, I thought you were studying business." And he goes, "I went to college and I studied business." And he said, "It was the biggest monumental waste of time that I've ever had." And I said, "Damn." And he said, "Same thing as Agent." He's like, "You gain more knowledge by going out and starting a business than learning about how to start a business." And I understand that perspective. And I understand Agent's perspective here about, you know, and the other young man was like, "What do you mean drop out?" Agent is right. You don't need to go to college to start a business. Let's just be real. You don't need to. And I know there's some people listening to this that may be, you know, turned off about what I'm saying. But I guess what I'm trying to get across to everybody here is we need to fundamentally change the way that we speak to these young people about college. We cannot sell it as a tool to make money, because that's not what it is anymore. Every year it just decreases more and more. College enrollment is down. And if I was talking to somebody, I would tell them it's the way that we're marketing college. It's not college is not about getting this magical degree anymore. In my opinion, it's about an experience. It's about growing. It's about networking. It's about meeting lifelong people in your life. And I know some people are like, "Oh, that's soft, whatever." It doesn't matter, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And so when I talk to my students, I tell them, I'm like, "Yo, all right, cool. You get a degree, fine. Like, all right, you want to do your homework all day, cool. But at the end of the day, I need you to be part of a club. I need you to run something. I said, my students are the leaders of this campus. I need y'all to be handling business. I need y'all to become the president of this, the president of that. Y'all, I want y'all to walk away with y'all resume stacked with a network of people that you met, because that is more valuable." And I'll ask you, my viewer right here, yo, what's more important than what you know? Who you know. Period. Who you know is much more important than what you know. Who you know is important, and then what you know. But hey, as we see, And some of the places in our country, it doesn't matter what you know. As long as you know somebody up top, you're fine. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, is agent really wrong for this statement? This is the other part. Student agent just made this comment about, oh, just make content, or that's the creative part. You just gotta study. This content shit is hard work. Excuse me. It is hard work. It is long days. It is creativity and creativity and creativity. So sometimes when I'm speaking to the high school students or the college students and I tell them, oh, what you want to be, when I hear, oh, I want to be a streamer, I gotta tell them, are you that interesting? And I don't mean to offend them, but I just mean to wake them up. You're not as interesting as you think that you are. You're not as funny as you think you are. You're not as skilled as you think you are. You're not. But it doesn't mean you can't be. It doesn't mean that you can't learn. But you need to learn. And that in itself is another process. These things are not easy. These streamers got to these places. Yeah, a lot of them luck or whatever the case may be. But the luck doesn't keep you at the top. Hard work does. So for the younger people, I understand agent made this statement. I understand that people are like put off by it, but as somebody that works in a college, I don't think he's really wrong. I don't think he's wrong. So for the young man that is in John Jay, and who is building this career for himself, good on him, bro. Good on him that he didn't. Well, we don't know if he took the word of the streamer, but good that he defended his decision. But what's one of the biggest things that I know about John Jay? I know about John Jay. I'm from New York City. I know about John Jay. That young kid, if he's walking around New York City, I guarantee he lives at home. And he doesn't have to pay to live on campus. So what gives John Jay a higher boost is affordability. Then that's the other side of college that is tough. We can't justify these absurd college prices anymore. Especially when the jobs that were promised to help them pay those bills are not, they either A, don't exist, or B, not hiring the person, or C, they're just not paying the bills anymore because the bills are too damn high. The rent is too damn high. That's a fact. I'm just letting y'all know, man. The way that we got to sell college, the way that we have to talk about college and that experience is completely different. It needs to change. It needs to change because real talk, we're losing to the streamers. Dyson that just announced Streamer University, where he's taking in students every single year to become streamers. And he said that he just announced yesterday that he's gonna be doing Streamer University every year if he can, every single year. Guarantee it will have max attendance, while the attendance of all the other universities in the country and in the world continues to decline. But yeah, let me know, man. What do y'all think about what Agent said? What do y'all think about what I'm saying about college? We need to reframe our thought process. I'm interested to know what y'all gotta hear. I'm interested to hear what y'all gotta say in the comments. I appreciate y'all.